In this session, I'm going to continue on from last session where we created a query to find all the contacts on the database that had taken a particular course, and I'm going to send them all an email. So I'm going to go back into query and mail shots, and we see here the query that we created that found all of the contacts that were on the database that had covered actually done a CBT course. What I'm going to do is open that up, and we're going to use the mail shot section that you'll see up here at the top. So we're going to create an email and send it to all of the people that are on this query list. So if I click up here, you'll see here we can create a mail shot from 3 different sources. We can either create it from scratch if you know what you're doing. You can copy it from an existing mail shot. If you've got one that you've already sent that you've laid out exactly how you want, you can copy it and then send the new one. Or in our case, because we haven't got any, we're going to create it from a mail shot template. So I'll click here, and you'll see how up comes a preview of the templates that we've got built into the system. So if I scroll down here, you'll see how we've got single columns, 2 columns, 3 columns, some with shaded columns, some with dividers. I'll scroll back up there again, because up at the top here in the toolbar you can also select other ways of changing the display. So if I don't want a header on it, I'll choose that, and you'll see how all of the templates have now changed to not having a header. I do want a header though, and I want it with the image on the left. So I will do that. That's then back to how it was. Footer, I'm going to leave at no footer. Paragraph styles, you can either have as simple or with background colour on the headings. If you change that, you'll see how those headings now have a grey background. And you can also put the background colour and then a box around the text that's associated with it. You'll see there how these have now changed to show that. And then finally, we have a set of colour schemes here. I'll change them so you can see the effect on the preview. As I change them, you'll see how the preview colours change. Now don't worry if you don't see a colour scheme that matches your company's colours. You can always change these colours later on, probably picking one that's as similar as possible to your own company's colours, and then change it in the next screen. So what I'll do here, I'm actually going to set it to, I'll choose that biscuit one, and I think we'll have a layout where we have just one tighter column down the left, and then the paragraphs a bit wider. So I'm going to choose this one, and up comes a bigger preview of what our email is going to look like. You've still got the same controls up here in the toolbar, so if you actually did want footer, you can add it, or if you still want to change the colour scheme from here, you can do it as well. Once again, I'll put it back to biscuit there. Now, if you want to fine-tune the colours, click on any of the colours that you want to change. So just say I wanted to change this background colour here. I'll click on it, and up comes the 3 colours associated with that section: the text colour, background colour, and border colour. So what I'm going to do is change this background colour. I'm going to make it perhaps a bit more on the reddish side. There we go, so not a huge change. Click on OK, and you'll see how that has now changed. And I think I'll go and do the border colour as well. Make that a bit more sort of, I don't know, orangey, deeper red. There we go. Click on OK there, and you'll see that's updated there as well. And then I would like to put the company logo in here. So if you click on the where it's got the outline for the logo, I'll choose our Hot Wheels logo, and in it goes. Now don't worry if it's not exactly the right size that you want. We can always size it when it then goes into the editor. So that's pretty much how the layout of the email will look, and I'll click on OK here, and that will then create the mail shot for us and automatically put the contents laid out correctly into the content part of the email. What I'm next going to do is edit the email itself. So if I click on it, here it opens up in the editor, and this is the same editor that's used for stationery, so all of the buttons and features that you'll be used to using it from there are still available to you. So first I'm going to edit the title to put in the title of our email. So we'll put special discounts this month, and so get rid of the standard text there. I think I'll also get rid of the subheader. I don't think we need that in this particular case. And then we'll put the title down here. Now, this is the standard editor that's used in the stationery, so we can actually add fields in here. So that means the person's name will then go into the mail shot. So I'm going to put in here their full name, and I'll put a comma and then put get 10% off your next course, and we'll remove the remainder of that text there. And then we just need to type in something here that is relevant. Let's just put that in to save me typing it all in, and then get rid of what's there. Obviously I won't type in the entire email because this is just a demo, but obviously you can put in as much as you like in here. And if you want to add more sections that are in the same style, over on the top, the bottom toolbar here at the end, we've got a set of items which allow you to put in further sections that will match the current layout of the email. So for example, if I put in a new paragraph with background and box around text, you'll see that goes in the same style as the other two above it. And likewise for the other things you can put in here, new paragraph title with background, new divider, all those things, and they will match the style that's already there. Let's just perhaps update this bit on the side, so we can say use this month, and then we can put in here new training centre opens in Danbury, and we'll get rid of the standard text. There we go, and that graphic there is a bit narrow, so I'm going to click on it and just widen it a bit. There we go. And as mentioned, because this is the standard editor, you can pretty much do anything to this text that you like. So if I highlight that section there, get an extra 10%, we can make that bold and change the text color to red. There we go. And likewise, any other editing feature that you're used to in the editor, you can do in here. Okay, I'm happy with the content of the email there. I'm going to save that, and now I'm going to show you the other fields that are available here in the mail shot. The top one here, the name, this is just your name for the mail shot. It's only used internally, so I'm going to call it special promotion. The next field is the subject line that's going to appear in the email when it appears in your customer's inbox. Now once again, you can add some special fields here. I'm going to add the person's first names, and then I'm going to follow it with get 10% off training this month only. So what that will do is replace the field that says first names with the person's name when the email is sent. There we go. So put that in. That's the content of the email which we've done already. Moving down here, here's the reply address and the display name that will appear when the email is sent. Now you can choose whether you want to have a view in browser link added to the top of the email, whether you want an unsubscribe link added at the bottom, and finally if you want to track the email itself, this will allow you to see who's opened your email and how successful your mail shot has been. Down here we can put in the social network links. I'll just put in one here. This is the Facebook one. It's obviously the link to our own Facebook page, and that is pretty much it. So we are now ready to preview and send the mail shot. To help you do that, we've got two buttons up here. One will send a test email to one or more addresses that you can specify. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'll click on that and it will then ask me, okay, what email address do I want to send it to? So there is our test email address. I'll click on send test emails, and what that will have done is then sent a summary of what this is going to look like to that email address, so I can check that the layout is looking okay. Then with this next button I can preview and send the mail shot. So if I click on that, you'll see here it's showing us pretty much exactly what this email is going to look like when it arrives in Mr. Cameron Burrows' inbox. So here you can see the subject has put his first name into the subject line, and likewise in the body of the email it's actually put his full name into the title of that first paragraph. And then if I use the next button here, you'll see it moving through each of the contacts that we're going to email, and correspondingly the subject line and body is changing with the person's names. Obviously we can scroll down here to look at the rest of the email. There's our social network link, and at the bottom there is the unsubscribe link. Right, I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do is send that mail shot now. So click on the send mail shot now. There's an additional confirmation. I'll click on yes. And what that will do is obviously send the mail shot. It's saying it's been added to the queue. If I scroll down here, you'll be able to see the progress of the mail shot. Now, in this case, it has already been sent because there were only 7 of them. In more normal cases where you're sending out several hundred, you'd actually see a progress bar showing you the progress of the sending of the email. Now, finally, these numbers here, which show number that were processed, number that was sent, now the number that were opened, bounced and unsubscribed, they will actually be put in as people receive and open the emails, and that we're going to cover in the next video.